Alright, so let's make some proper collision geo of this ground. And first I'm going to show a method that is quite common, but I don't really like myself. And that is, drop down a scatter. Well, actually I'm going to extrude this first. Extrude volume. I'm going to scatter some points. Oh, I can scatter a point on this one. And then I'm going to do a Voronoi. And then I'm going to use, actually going to take these down a little bit, do 20, and then I'm going to put that into the Voronoi fracture. So what I've done now is that I've fractured up. See if I can visualize pieces. So now you can see I've fractured this up into different pieces. Each piece will still be a convex hull, but you can get around the concave part by having a lot of pieces instead. Let's drop down a convex hull. And then I'm going to do connected components. This is what Bullet would see. It doesn't match that well still. You can have more points, it's going to be slower. You can also be more clever about the distribution of these points. You could, like for example, you can paint where you want the most details, or you can calculate the angles of the polygons and stuff like that. But I prefer to do it in a different way. I'd rather do it like this. So if I delete all those, and then I'm gonna drop down a facet. Oh, actually, I'm gonna drop down a poly reduce first. So here's a poly reduce, and with this poly reduce, I'm gonna drag it to the lowest level of detail that I can accept. So say that this would be fine, this kind of detail. Then I'm gonna take this facet here. I'm gonna make unique points, which means that every little polygon is its own island now. And then I'm gonna do an extrude volume again. And if we would look at this, I'm gonna make an out here. Out collision. If I drop down the convex hull again. Connect components. You can see the convex hull looks identical because each convex hull is one of these pieces. So if I would take this and pipe that into my simulation, the guide geometry in the bullet sim, and if we point to this new out collisions instead, you can see I have a perfectly matching collision geometry, which will obviously work. I'm gonna play it anyway. So let's look at method 2.